Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 2343AV48UN is what this is. 2343AV48UN. Let's dissect the part number. First of all, 2343 is representative of the profile of this item. This is an aluminum holder with an inserted vinyl triple fin seal. A little curled around at the end just as a result of the packaging that will relax and straighten out relatively well for you. The 2343 is this profile, this combination of holder and insert. Dimensional properties: 1 3/16 is the overall width, and then 11/16 is the overall height. So because this is an insert that's going to install down to the bottom of your door, you're going to want your undercut to be, something in the 5/8 range, and that could be quite common for an installation, there's no doubt. But if you're installing this onto an existing door, how you get to a proper undercut to use this could be a variety of ways. If you've replaced a threshold because you've changed the carpeting and now the undercut of the door no longer needs to be very high, you might have a confluence of a new threshold and this bottom to make it all work together. You might design it from the very beginning to use a 2343. Whatever the case is, it's 11/16, so you want a little bit of seal underneath there. I probably wouldn't want to get too much more than 1/8 of an inch, however. You wouldn't want to compress that much of the seal down over. Triple fins are nice because it'll give you multiple points of defense, multiple points of contact with the sill, allowing you to really act as solid material, airspace solid material, a deadening sort of disparate material effect, so that the transfer of energy through really has to pass through 3 fins and then 2 air spaces as well. So that's quite effective. Now moving on through the part number, the A means that this is in the mill aluminum finish. You will see part of the aluminum if you're installing this. If you're installing it as a door bottom, you're probably not going to see any of the aluminum unless you're looking, unless your head's pressed against the floor, I suppose. The item could also be used as an astragal, I would imagine, and I think it would be somewhat effective as an astragal. Installed between 2 doors could be something very effective for your installation, to be able to seal off maybe an excessively large gap between 2 doors. Not unheard of. Other finishes for the A, and the A, if I didn't say it already, yeah, I did, means mill aluminum finish, just what the aluminum looks like when it's extruded at the mill. The other finishes available on this are going to be D for dark bronze, and G for gold anodized would be the other 2 finishes. Mill aluminum, dark bronze, gold anodized. Okay, you're not going to see much of this installed underneath the door, and in fact you probably see none of it, so keep that in mind. Aluminum might just work for you. The 3/6 in the part number, forgive me, the V stands for vinyl. That's the insert that you're going to get with this. A standard caliber piece of seal material that you're going to get from practically every manufacturer would be considered the lowest performance of all of the available options when it's compared to silicone or neoprene or polyurethane, certainly. However, vinyl is what you'll get on practically every piece of weather stripping, and in fact, only vinyl is available on this door bottom. Moving into the part number next is the size. This happens to be the 36-inch size, and the only other size that this is available from Pemko in is 48. So what you'll do is, if you're ordering this and you need to affect a smaller dimension, order that next longest piece and you'll cut it to length, is what you'll end up doing. Be mindful, if you have a 36-inch door, you're probably going to have to cut this down, or your door might be exactly 36. This might ship out a little bit longer, maybe 36 1/8. There is a small amount of play there, so expect to have to cut it down regardless. And if you have got a door wider than 36, well then you'll order the 48. Those are the 2 sizes. Now the UN in the part number, that specifically means that the vinyl is not going to be notched. these 3 fins are continuous all the way down. And that would, I would think, be what you might expect in a door sweep. You don't want any notching to occur in your vinyl strip. Well, that's true if it's an exterior door, certainly. But there are applications where you want that seal to be notched in a staggered effect. Maybe a notch here, but then a notch in the middle one over here, and they'll stagger that. The reason you would want a notched, and if you do not have the UN in the part number, in fact, it's going to be notched, so be mindful of that. The notched sort of application you might have would be a suite of a hotel door where there needs to be a source of fresh air for the air conditioning heating unit that's inside the unit. And that's why you would have a notched sort of seal to provide air transfer for that. But UN is probably what you'll want to order, assuming that what you want to do for sure is to prevent the transfer of air from under the door. Inherently the point of it, I think. The item is going to include screws and a complementary finish. Installation of that is simply done via these slotted holes that you can see there and there. They go down the length of it. Those slotted holes are nice because it'll allow you to position the seal right in the center of the door. Maybe that drill bit's moved a little bit when you're pre-drilling the holes for the screws. If you're using it as an astragal, you can adjust that to really tailor it against the other door. Any sort of warp that exists between the 2 doors, that would be helpful. So those slotted holes are nice to have from the factory to assist you in installing it. And however, it's generally going to be used as a door bottom. Now, I've sold it in a variety of installations outside of doors. Some people have installed them on windows and whatnot. It's an effective piece of weather stripping, yet still quite inexpensive. Black is the color that you're going to get on the vinyl. Generally, you would see gray when it comes to aluminum, but I imagine, and I don't know this, but I would certainly imagine black is the only color vinyl that they have for the 2343 version of this door bottom. Okay. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Pemko products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Pemko, this is their part number 2343, door bottom, triple fin vinyl, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.